I almost settled for an apartment when I knew I needed the house. I knew I signed my lease that my lease was up in July of this year. When Kinsley got into the private school, I knew I definitely needed to move because the private school is an hour from where we live right now. And there's no way that we were going to be able to do that commute. And then also, I really wanted to move out of this place because I moved into here with like my ex and all the memories and the trauma. We needed to get rid of it. So my two must-haves were I want 3 bedrooms because I want an office door that I can close because I work from home. I run my business. I need my own space. I create lots of content. Second, I wanted a garage. I am now garage bougie. It's nothing like having a garage in this hot Florida sun. So the issue with me trying to settle for an apartment was I had 2 work trips coming up. So like me in January, I had a 2.5-month work trip that started at the end of February and I wasn't going to get home until mid-May. And then I had a second 3-week work trip where I was going to leave at the end of June and come back mid-July, like 10 days before my lease ended. So I was under immense amount of pressure that I put on myself that when I got back from my 2-month work trip in May, I had from the time I got back until the day that I left in June, which was about 6 weeks, to find me a new place. And I felt the pressure. As soon as I got off the plane, or even before I got off the plane, I started looking at places to live. I could not find any houses that met my criteria that were within my budget. So I started to look at apartments desperately. And I looked at these apartments 2 days after I got back from that first work trip. I already had 2 apartments lined up to go and see. So I went to go see those 2 apartments, and I randomly went to go see a 3rd apartment, and I ended up going ahead and finding an apartment which had nothing that I wanted. It was 2 bedrooms, no garage. And I was giving myself an open loft as my office. I was settling because it wasn't 3 bedrooms and it wasn't a garage and it wasn't a house. But I felt the pressure of like, I need to hurry up and get something solidified in these next 6 weeks. So I put in an application and I prayed and I said, Lord, if I'm meant to get this apartment, let me get it. If I'm not meant to get the apartment, let it get denied. Well, it got denied. I was actually very happy. I reached back out to the family friend and I was like, hey, I didn't get the apartments. Can you send me anything else that's available? She sent me 2 houses. One that was super close to the school, but really, really small. And one that was like 30 minutes from the school, but it was double what I wanted. 4 bedrooms and a garage. And guess what house I'm moving into? Do not settle. I'm going to do a whole nother video on my house and all that. Do not settle. When you know that something is for you, when you know that you have a vision for yourself, it may take longer than you expected, but do not settle for anything less. Kinsley and I are moving into that 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a 2-car garage, brand new construction home that's about 25 minutes from her school. Don't settle.